All right, folks, gold-backed crypto is here. Now, hold up. I did not say gold-backed XRP. Don't confuse me with the facts. I said gold-backed crypto. Let's get right on into it. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. At the time of this recording, Bitcoin's down to 27.9, Ethereum's at 18.54, and we have XRP at 51 cents. XRP is the only crypto in the top 10 that is in the green right now as we speak. Now, we are watching this closely, guys. Take a look here. We have gold above 2,000. We're going to get to see if gold is going to close the weekly here above $2,000 per ounce. And then I'm going to show you guys silver here as well, approaching that $25 mark as well. We got the yellow line there marking that $25 per ounce silver. As I dropped the video this morning, it's tough to find silver for less than $30 per ounce. The premiums are going up and the vaults are getting drained. And the smart money's front running this move. And now we're finally seeing it. Countries announcing gold-backed digital currencies. And I have a state here, a little state called Texas, trying to get something done here. And so in today's update, it's going to be a quick one, but I want to show you guys and I want to provide some clarity here. So everybody's debating now, is the dollar going away? And then you got people that are saying, oh, they've been saying this for decades. They're using the same talking points as they were, 10, 20 years ago and trying to fearmonger about the dollar going away. Okay, whether the dollar goes away completely, whether they roll out with a new treasury note, whether Nasara Jasara happens. I mean, there's 1,000 different possibilities here, but don't confuse the facts. The purchasing power of the US dollar has decreased by 97%. If it were a cryptocurrency, we would call it a poop coin. So the dollar is still here, but 97% of the purchasing power is gone. So is the dollar still here? No. The purchasing power continues to decrease, and you guys are seeing this accelerated reset underway in the rest of the world, moving quickly away from the dollar, dropping our treasuries, and they are draining the vaults. Now, I have a quick update here for you guys, and you're going to see this. This is very, very simple to see. One country after another. And we're finally seeing China admit that they've been purchasing more gold. This is from Wall Street Silver. When will the West wake up? We keep suppressing the price of gold in our markets. Meanwhile, China and Russia keep buying up the cheap gold, knowing what's coming. China extends its gold shopping spree to 5 months, buying 18 tons in March. Now, they were hiding. They weren't reporting. Now they finally have come out and admit that they are loading up along with the rest of the central banks. This is central banks' gold consumption on a quarterly basis, and you can see this chart. Central bank gold purchases quarterly since 2009, since the last great financial crisis. You can see it is happening and it is accelerating. Kobesi letter, central bank gold purchases by year. And you guys see where we are at. We are buying at the fastest pace in over 55 years. 2022 was a record year for central bank gold purchases and the first with 1,000 plus tons purchased. Central bank gold purchases over the last 10 years are now higher than what we saw in the 1950s. 2023 will likely be another record year with the banking system collapse. The system is being challenged. Absolutely. Now, what is the answer? What is the solution? How can these other countries actually stand up to the US dollar? Well, let's take a look. Russia and Iran are working on a gold-backed cryptocurrency to take on the dominant dollar, report says. Now, you guys probably already saw this. This is getting shared around. The speculation continues to grow as far as the BRICS nations. What new reserve currency are they coming up with? And the deals get announced on a daily basis now. Countries moving away from the dollar, moving away from SWIFT. And, Russia here already announced this gold-backed digital currency. Russia and Iran are working together to launch a cryptocurrency backed by gold. The stablecoin could replace the US dollar for payments if Russia legalizes crypto in cross-border trade, which they have now done. A de-dollarization trend has already begun as the greenback's dominance makes purchases more expensive. Now, I saw somebody making a comment and they're saying it's very hard to buy the Chinese yuan, right? It's very easy to get your hands on dollars and this and that. But what people aren't considering is the fact of being able to buy the digital yuan, right? Now that we're going digital, it's going to be a lot easier to buy the Chinese yuan. Now that we're going digital, it's going to be a lot easier to buy the Chinese yuan. Now that we're going digital, it's going to be a lot easier to buy the Chinese yuan. Right? Now that we're going digital, it's going to be easier than ever before to get exposure to these other currencies. Now, I'm not just talking about China's digital yuan. You have Russia launching a project here, Iran, BRICS, plus about 100 other countries moving away from the dollar. And as we move to digital currencies, you will have access to all these other currencies. So if you don't want to hold the US dollar, if you don't want to use the US dollar, you will have options. And now we see, and we've been worrying about this, the states have the ability to force the hand of the federal government here in the United States. It's fantastic the way that they set this country up. And now we have it right here, folks. Texas bill would create a state-issued gold-backed digital currency. This was announced here just 2 days ago, April 5th. Bill introduced in the Texas House and Senate would create a state-issued gold-backed digital currency. Enactment of this legislation would create an option for people to transact business in sound money, set the stage to undermine the Federal Reserve's monopoly on money, and create a viable alternative to a CBDC. That's the critical part right here, folks. Set the stage to undermine the Federal Reserve's monopoly on money and create a viable alternative to a CBDC. This is bringing the power back to the people, and this is what makes this country so beautiful. Senator Brian Hughes, Republican, introduced Senate Bill 2334 on March 10th. And to be clear, folks, this is not Republican, this is not Democrat. Give us sound money. Bring the power back to the people. This is not a political issue. Introduced a companion House Bill 4903 on the same day. The legislation would require the state comptroller to establish a digital currency that is fully backed by gold and fully redeemable in cash or gold as well. The comptroller would also be required to create a mechanism to use this gold-backed digital currency in everyday transactions. Hey, maybe someone should tell them about XRP. Maybe they could just tokenize it, put it on the XRP ledger, ledger that works pretty well. 10 years, no downtime. Sounds good to me. And remember, folks, Texas is not the only one. And we see a bill just got introduced actually in the federal government. I forget who that was, whether that was House or Senate, but we had a few politicians there representing us in DC who actually put forward a proposal to go to a gold-backed currency once again to basically reestablish the gold standard in the United States, which we know why they don't want to do that. We know why no central banks want to go back to a gold-backed standard. But we have this as well. Something that we talked about here is the states being able to undermine the Federal Reserve's monopoly and to be able to force the hand of the federal government and the SEC and others through legislation and laws passed at a local level, right? Not waiting around for the SEC stage lawsuits to conclude. These states are moving ahead. And so this is something that we had covered last year, actually, which was the Bank of North Dakota. The only government-run bank in the United States is the Bank of North Dakota. It's basically a central bank for that state. And they proposed a bill. This was back in 2001. You guys can see this one. Lawmakers proposed letting the only government-run bank in the U.S. become a crypto custodian. This was in 2021. A group of North Dakota state lawmakers have proposed allowing a government-run bank in the state to become a crypto custodian. The Bank of North Dakota is the only financial institution of its kind in the United States and was first founded in 1919. According to the text of House Bill number 1267, introduced on January 11th, the Bank of North Dakota may provide custodian services for the digital currency and may implement a digital currency exchange. Still, the key word is may in this case, as the legislation also calls for the bank to conduct a feasibility report before August 2022, which was released last year, and I am not certain on the current standing of that, but the point being, the states making their move. And that's the beautiful thing about how this country's set up right here in America. So not only the rest of the world, but here we got states making moves. And I'll tell you what, I was having a Twitter space last night and we were having this debate. Everyone's speculating. And I said, we can speculate, we can debate till the sun comes up tomorrow on whether we're going to have a CBDC, whether they're going to issue a treasury note, the 1,000 possibilities that we could have to actually reset, restructure, and revalue the whole system. We know that it's needed, right? But what can we do? Well, we can buy XRP, we can buy silver, and there's a few other things, gold as well, other utility cryptocurrencies, but that's what we can do. We can debate till the sun comes up tomorrow how this reset's going to be done, how long the timeline's going to go, but what can we do today? I'll tell you what you can do today. I'm going to put the link on down below. info@milesfranklin.com, shoot off my good friends. Andy Scheckman, CEO of Miles Franklin, just reported how the vaults are being drained and they're reporting massive demand. The amount of customers that they would see in a period of about 2 or 3 years have come in the last 30 days. And our community has been a part of that. Okay, so find the links on down below. You can buy your precious metals, get your cryptocurrency. It's over at my website, zachrector.com. See ya.